only have one audience from outside, but I believe that later on maybe more people will come. Okay, so today is our presentation for our teaching demo and also reflection on our learning plan. Here we have 7 professors will present their own section, and also there's a time limit. Okay, so please manage your time well. We have only 15 minutes, and maybe the staff will remind you before the 2-minute ending. And the first one will be me. Okay, so I will present my one. We don't have to present technical, right? Okay. So probably I have to sit over here. Okay, so my teaching demo I outline is the following the lesson plan and also the teaching demo, and the last one will be the reflection on my lesson plan. So in my class, one of the or two of the professors sitting and found the observer, and you can see the diversity of my students. Mostly my students are from different countries, like Indonesia, Haiti, Sierra Leone, France, Malaysia, and others. And the English proficiency will be the, I believe, will be the B2 to C1, quite a bit higher level. And we have 6 students from France, so their level would be a bit lower. So I try to manage my class and be balanced, including the design activity, and send a student from my class to this group and make them be more engaging and be more talkative. And here is my lesson plan design. I use the Bloom taxonomy and DPAE. It's a design plan, action, and evaluation, because I use the test-based learning. So that's why I decided to use this one. And in my instructional design, I have several stages and following my teaching plan, and mostly like map and cross different stages. And finally, I have a delivering content and teaching activity across the stages and performance assessment. And also I ask a Q&A and group activity. So here is my maybe 6-minute video of teaching demo. I will play for you guys. Our outline for today's lecture, the first and second one is continuing from national service quality. Another one for service, and then we move to our topic today. We have to bring in the last one. The management is one last. Today we will do our learning objective content concept and rules for the quality. Second one, you should be able to identify the 5 circles, and also you should be able to understand the concept outside the box. The first one, the engagement is everywhere you generate it, and you compare the problem-based direction with expected learning outcomes today. The aggregation of this learning based on quantification, lastly, on your listeners. Some people with cognitive difficulties, some are able people, and some are disabled people. Because programming. So I also use the language. So I ask them to read after me, repeat after me, be straight. And so they read it out loud. So the reason why I ask them to read it, because I try to create use the Suno AI song. So I also apply one pineapple and pen songs for them, so they can have more combination approach to learning. Because the original song appears fine, I created the apple, pineapple, and pineapple, pen, pineapple doesn't make any sense. So I really asked them to create a more meaningful songs using the combination. So I just demonstrate for them, and later on, students create a lot of songs. Okay, so maybe I can end over here, and I still have time. So I would like to share with my observation and discussion for the first person is from our group from UPRC and emphasize my strengths and suggestions. Mostly it's like multi-modality. So mention this good strengths from my class and also suggest peer feedback in the future or among the students, using a student to student, not just a teacher to student. And second, observer suggests me that I should create for students like the same student to students interaction, because my class had 3 hours, but we pick up 1 hour to log in. But after I finish the observation, I have to go to the discussion. That means my PA, 2 PA, they have to continue to run my class because we have a weekly schedule to finish. And observer 3 suggests me that I also have some strengths and suggests that a student can share their ideas, because when they share their idea based on their culture, based on their background, then actually that could be the cultural diversity. And the fourth one also asked me to engage in interactive speaking and reflection. And my vision is too quick. And the last one asked me to question me why I have to use the Suno AI. She doesn't understand it because my class, again, less for 3 hours, but I just pick up one of it and design my activity. So here, I would like to share some of the discussion and feedback from our professor.
车是比较安静的，但是青老师运用了一些方法，就是motivation 然后学习都刺激了起来。然后其实 EMI 里面它是可以 language， 青老师他用那样的策略让学生记住一个他好像是必须要 combine 他 reactive thinking。总体来说，我是觉得授课的流程是很流畅，然后在他配合学习目标，还有跟学生的互动都蛮多的。那我有一个建议 ，test 可能再明确一点，跟他说可能达到什么目标记下来，他们学生可以增加 student 跟 student 的 interaction。那在这个过程就可以帮助他们把文化的多元部分或学生学习的特色都知道。我建议谢谢。因为关于教学这个配置的部分，我觉得最难是让同学有互动。但我觉得老师他融入了很多像小组讨论啊，甚至就是有一些老师的地方是很讲出来的，他也有一些是资源，他用不同的他资本啊、系统或者是他的部分，那他也提供了实物让同学观察。那我觉得这个部分是让他能够去用不同的这个方式去做互动。我觉得这个是我从老师的上课的部分观察到的。Three classes of 1 students, and we have over 1 student for some of them we are so-called overseas Chinese. The so-called overseas Chinese means they have zero level of Chinese, they don't belong to Chinese. So I guess I'm going to strategies back to class and forcing them to learn some Chinese words and engaging with certain strategies. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the video from my observation and discussion. So I will finish the last part, and I think that the time is almost up. So here, the 4 questions from our requirements. So compared to previously, I can apply the advanced taxonomy with a 6 stage to ensure both efficient teaching and students' understanding of the content. Actually, previously, I don't know how to do the lesson plan. Yeah, so I have a struggle with how to write it. What is that? Because after I graduated from the United States, and I don't really know how to teach. And until learn EMI, I learned the pedagogy, and also I can write my lesson plan and actually can follow it very well, and it's more like scaffolding, and it's easy to follow and make me can have a very flow chart to follow with my teaching. And second one, for my I've adopted a facilitated peer and group discussion. As I mentioned, there's a teachers to students, students to students, so more multiple interaction in my class. And also design the project-based learning because students have to talk to students, right? And they use their diversity, they can know each other for thinking the same question but with a different solution because of their background. So that's a good thing for students to put them together to learn things and discuss things. And the last one, I think here, promoting a mutual respect and ensure that the students have access to support. So in my class, I make students feel more aware, for supported, and feel more valued based on their backgrounds. Okay, thank you. So, any question? Or if we don't have a question, then we can move to the next one, and later on we can put all the questions and ask each one of the professor. Thank you. The next one will be Dr. Yang.
very nervous, but I try to present what I learned from the program. And today's topic is about how I deliver EMI on my course. And the title of the course is Pediatric Critical Care. Can I not use the microphone? Because I guess I'm loud enough. Okay. So the slide, I only have 10 slides, but it doesn't really reflect what I'm thinking about my course. So I will go through with my lesson plan and talk about how I apply it and how I learn from the program from Michael. In the next 15 minutes, I will be playing about 5 minutes about how I demonstrate the course. It's actually 2 hours course. But on the day when Dr. Cheng come to my university, I had only 1 hour demonstration. But before that, I had 2 already. So for the next 15 minutes, I will play 5 minutes video and then talk about how I relate it to the subject we learn. Okay, can we play? So I now like to play the video. The topic is about newborn assessment, and it's part of the pediatric nursing. And the course, the subject, the day I deliver is about how to assess a newborn right after birth. So I'm going to teach my students how to perform assessment to a newborn so that they are able to take quick response to save the baby or to have an emergent care. But it seems that the volume is too low. This part, I'm talking about nurse role, nurse responsibility to take quick action to a newborn baby. So this, I'm talking about the objectives of the course. Introducing some of the vocabulary that we use quite often for my students, and these are the medical jargon, especially for my course. So it's very important vocabulary. These are the process. I'm giving scaffolding for my student, and also I'm providing the objectives to them. I am introducing what changes intrauterine to the outside world. So it's a energy transition happen to every child. And it's very important at that moment because the child, the newborn baby, need to take the first breath. If that happens, it's safe. If it's not happen, we need to take cardiac pulmonary resuscitation, that's CPR. Score system, and it's particularly used for nurse to assess if the child is at risk for resuscitation or not. So introducing the 5 parameters for them to refer to look at what signs and symptoms a child can present at the moment. Because I'm using EMI, but my student is using textbook and it's Chinese. So there is one observer told me that I can provide English material for my students. This is how I assess my students' understanding about the course. So I am designing an activity for them to give score and to judge whether the situation needs an emergent care. So this is how I deliver my course. So I have some feeling when I attend the lecture there. I had feeling that we are coming here for graduation. So it seems to me a graduation ceremony. I'm now feel a bit comforted because I'm seeing familiar face. So I am not that nervous, but I like to share some experience. My slide, I have 10 altogether, but most of it is nonsense. So I'm just telling you, the journey to UT Austin for me is quite a big experience. At the beginning, I am thinking, I define myself as a teacher. I am I'm making teacher as my living form. So I don't think I'm an educator. I never thought I will be an educator because I thought it's just a job make a living for. But after the course, I guess I learned something. So that's the things that I would like to share. We are all aware of the policy, and it's the policy that the national, at national level, but also at institutional level. For my university, we were not supported, and we don't have enough resource, we don't have enough funding, but everything we need to depend on our own. But it's important, and it's a tendency. We are going to combine with the policy to achieve globalization. That's the concept we all be aware of. So the slide just showing that that's my feeling at the beginning. I guess I start with a very broad mind, and I'm thinking about if I go there, then I know how to, and I know everything. But it actually winding road. I don't know whether or not you are having the same feeling to me. I was quite nervous at that time, and every time if there is a project or any activity that we need to have interaction, I feel sad and I feel frustrated, I feel struggle. So this is how I feel about the course. And then I am thinking, it's okay if I can be just go directly and use everything I learned, then I will be able to. But I was wrong. In fact, I had more need to improve. So can I, because time is up, so I'm going to show you how observer and the professor advised me on my teaching. Here is about how I design my lesson, and I actually divided it in four parts because the lecture most impressed me is inclusiveness and equity. That's the concept I never had before, because I'm thinking about just go and teach. But for that part, I know I need to look at my students' characteristics. For a nursing bachelor degree, most of the students are girls, are female. Only maybe a little part of student is male. So that's reflect me. I need to think about what male student need to be in my course, because the subject I'm talking about is labor. So for male student at that moment, it can be sensitive and quite stressful. So this is what I learned and reflect on my lesson plan. But because I don't have enough time, I guess we can talk it later. There are in total eight experts coming to my course. Most of the experts coming from my own school, and thanks to Dr. Cheng, he's coming there and give me very, very valuable advice. And because I don't speak very fluent English, I use a lot of material. I use video. I use a teaching model, a model that is simulate a child. So Professor Cheng encouraged me to show more about the teaching model. And because the environment I was teaching is not very friendly to my student and to me, and I have a very limited stage. So it's difficult for me to show every angle or every different angle to look at my model. Also, part of my student coming from general education, general high school, and part from vocational high school. That's make me think about equity and equality. So I guess I learned a lot from UT Austin, and thanks the National Taiwan Normal University, and thanks to you to support me there always. And that's my experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you for our sharing and introduction, and also congratulations to
Congratulations.
Okay, next one will be the Dr. Wu Pei. Okay, thank you.
Okay, good morning everyone. I also don't want to use my phone. I am loud enough. Okay, so today I'm the sales meeting coming for the graduation anyway. Okay, so today I'm going to about 15 minutes for the presentation for the observation class. The class is called as a master code for master degree and conventional contemporary festival and events. And the key concept is to ask the student to do the event planning. class. Okay, so next please. Yeah, so today I use my PowerPoint to demonstrate what I'm learning for my observation class today. So this is the online I provide to my students. Okay, I tell them that in today's class we'll learn the 4 things to review, to demonstrate, to identify, to plan, and this is also follow the rules taxonomy. Next please. Yeah, and so you can see on my top here on the left corner on top, that's kind of my reflection. I would say, oh, this is related to lesson plan. And lesson plan is called, I have this 4 outcomes, and I use outline for last slide. And I use outcome for now because in several EMI workshops I learned from a lot of experts anyway. So outcome is that the student at the end of the class, they were able to learn something here. And the activity, I think for my personal, I would say in here, is also that we need to design our interaction to students. And I would say, okay, to review and the student need to match something, terms and terminology, and also to demonstrate, and I use video or a real case to them to learn this, to how to demonstrate, and also use the real case study to ask them to identify different types of events, and also in the end, they need to create an event. And next please. Okay, so this is the warm-up. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, anyway, my lesson plan basically, I'm not sure that have you heard about BOPS, below PPPS, or in Cheng大学的 talking about OUTA. Orientation, delivery, implement, and review. Okay, so here I'm using warm-up for as a BOPS, as a pre-hit as a student. Have you attended or participated in an event recently, and this time they will talk, they'll discuss in their groups? Next please. And also this is my first activity. They asked me to, okay, the first day that I have 3 groups on my day. So first day I said, okay, in this group can you work individually, can you match term and definitions, work on your own first. And secondly, when you've done this, you talk to your partner next to you. And third stage, so okay, group 1 and group 2, you compare your answer together. Okay, if they are the same, that's good. If it's different answers, you tell what's the difference. And next please. Okay, so next I will have some theory delivery. Okay, so I'm talking about something from the theory. And next please. And also I asked them to watch the video. This is the link about the 大讲module video. So before the video, I asked them to think about this. How many stakeholders, because I've been talking about the stakeholder theory. So now I asked them how many stakeholders do you think in this event, according to this video. So before the video, this is also done from some EMI workshops. Okay, so if I play any video, then I need the students know what are they looking for, what are they looking for. Okay, so next please. Okay, so after the video, they have some certain discussion. Then okay, I'm go back to another theory delivery. So let's keep types of events, and this is all generated from the AI anyway. Okay, next please. So in here is another theory delivery. So just I think maybe as a Patricia just mentioned that interaction between teachers, students to students, and also my trainer also told me that this is also student to material interaction. So in here, before I read this to students, but now he said, okay, can you ask the student to read this to everyone? Okay, so A, can you read this? B, can you read it? So they read. Okay, and next please. It's also another delivery, theory delivery, and next please. And again, as theory delivery, there's something I need to talk, and next please. Yeah, and here, this is also another reflection from my observer, and he said, okay, like this. Okay, I have 4 students, level 1, 2, and next one will be 2, 3, and 4 parts. And then in that time, I just, okay, A, can you read this? B, can you read this? And I give some demonstration about it. But Sarah, she's my mentor anyway. She said maybe next time you take some like empty list and student to fill in the empty box. Okay, that's the reflection from Sarah. And my Stephen, he's also mentioned maybe next time I can do jigsaw reading. But let's because it's big chunks. Okay, so next please. So this is all about the theory delivery here. Okay, so next please. So next one I use the fourth case. It's a real case because my class is about events. So it's the real events that happened I organized before to demonstrate this in the different types of events. So before that I also talk to students and say, okay, so before I talk my case study, can you think about something? Can you have a next please? Yeah, I said, okay, can you write down at least the 3 motivation each groups? Okay, so I'm talking about case 1, and then have some discussion. And next please. Yeah, that's event 1, I have this different scenario and some questions for them. So I have also have additional photos with them more details. But here I didn't put out that details here. So and next please. And next 3 and the next one. And 4, last one. So in this event, I also tell them about this. Okay, so next please. Sorry, let me go back. Also, William, can I just borrow your this? I will show you this. This is what we use that. I use this for them, for students to write. This is also I would like to share. Stephen, my coach, he teaches us how to do this. Use the paper, white paper here. Use a whiteboard pen. Okay, I bring here, and then student when they talk, they write it down. And then what does the group? And then who is the captain? So, for example, like A is writing it down. You can ask someone in your group to talk. Okay, so next time and next discussion, I say B, can you do the captain? So you appoint someone to talk. So that's quite useful. So every time I have one bag with the eraser and pen and that kind of we call it whiteboard. It's really useful. Okay, so this about the discussion, students they can write it down. It's better than they just talk. Then the exam to come here, they don't really remember anything. Okay, so next please. So let's go into the last stage, the last outcome about I attempt to create an event. I attempt to use that the 7 terms they just learned. Okay, in the beginning, then to create an event, and then in the end of the task, and need to do the 10 minutes presentation in group. Okay, so next please. So this is my 3 groups. So basically, this guy is from Jordan. Okay, and she's from Vietnam. And this lady is from Belize. 3 of them are have English proficiency is higher. Others are Taiwanese students. This one is the Japanese, right? So right here, you can see the city whiteboard. Okay, so they write it down, and then when they come in to present, they need something to read. I think that reduces that kind of nothing, and I cannot remember anything. That's better. That's very good tool. Next please. And before they present, and I also ask them to first group present, and other 2 groups can you write down. Are you going to attend this event or not? Because okay, this kind of group reflection to them, not just me. Okay, and next please. So coming to the last stage of the class. So let's wrap up. Okay, so I would say okay, let's discussion. What is the most important things we learned today? So that is kind of terms related thing. And next please, there's a cycle to accept to scan QR code, and this is our OUTA. They have that. This one motivation is the most popular that they choose. And next please. Okay, so in the end, this is a 3 hours class. So you guys can hire, even they have that kind of group activity, they produce something. So the must be class, everybody stand up. Okay, so as a circle, or just stand up. Then when you say something about just 5 sentences, then just change this. I put this as a flexible. If I want to see the time, the more time, I say 3. Or if I have a little time left, I'll say, okay, just say 1 sentence. When you say something, then you can sit down. So everyone will be, okay, go first. So that's kind of wrap up for the class reflection. And also next please. So as overall reflection, I would say this is also from my observer in that. Okay, from Stephen. So So I would say from this, I would say, lesson plan is quite important. This is I also learned this from all the EMI workshops. I don't know the class, I just mentioned all ODA. I just first time I know ODA is designed or produced from Dash. Because I want to use this to map another, deliver another AMI training to Indonesia groups. And they said, I cannot use the material. And they give me the authority for us. So that's why I explain it. But they do have some certain publication books. You can download on their website, it's free anyway. That's quite good. Okay, and the second one is a student and participant in this kind of EMI classroom. I would say it's actually half words, half encourage. Right? Because when student has a good, and I go to them, what do you think about this? What do you think about it? They won't play their mobile phone, they'll watch me. And I say, okay, Dr. Cheng, can you say something to see? And someone say, oh, Dr. Cheng, can you say something? So they were just, okay, the focus go back to me. So I think I would say in this currently stage, we need to fall, we say false. But Stephen said that's strongly encouragement rather than false. I would say it's half-half. Okay, in this kind of EMI class, I think for currently our stage, we need to do this. Especially the all Taiwanese students, you need to do this. Their English is good, but they are just ready to say it in the class, so we need to force. Okay, and the number three, last kind of, I would say useful tool and development is quite important. Like I mentioned, that mini whiteboard, that's also very good tool, as to speak and to write something down. It's better. And this one is, they say, it just observe I say, I always say, everyone needs to talk. So this is also learned from the EMI coach. And he said, he said, captain, you write down and you ask someone, someone to talk. So that's really good one. So everyone in my last presentation, everyone needs to talk. Yeah. Okay, so last piece, I think that's the last one, next page. Yeah. So I would say overall, I think not just the student need to practice, but also for us a teacher teaching here math, we need to practice as well. Because English is not our first language, so it's really need to practice every day. So now I would like to share my video. Go ahead. Okay, so this is I just very rapidly do this. Let's just give it more.
from daily.
Reading. And first,
Everyone talks. Everyone talks. What's the yeah? Okay, so coming up the master. I think that thank you so much. Congratulations, thank you.
Thank you so much for Dr. Bruce Cheng and very engaging teaching. And we welcome next one, Dr. Wang Yingping.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, then I won't use microphone. For me, I think teaching is my calling, and also I really like teaching students and also teaching service teaching. Those are my calling. But I'm an I person, introvert person, so I cannot stop asking myself, why would you like to become a teacher? Okay, that really bothers me. So I'm nervous in front of people. I don't like to talk. Okay, I actually prepare. I try to reflect on my whole journey. So I prepare from the start. So I'm going to comment on some of the things that influenced me a lot and try to move it quickly to the last part that is our teaching demonstration. Okay, today's talk will include these five parts. The first one is preparation. The second one is learning before. Is our learning in UT Austin, and then when I came back, what I need to do is to teach all the new teachers in NCCU how to teach EMI. That was my first job, and then the second one was to have this teaching demonstration, and the last one is teaching demo. So for the preparation, as Michael and also Sonia have already said that I'm not going to go over it, but what influenced me a lot is this class and also the arrangement, because if we synchronously met online before we went there, it meant we have already known somebody. So being there would not maybe feel lonely or alone. So I think this kind of strategy is really clever. And this is our learning in, so I'm going to leave it. Okay. This is what I did in August when I came back. I did it with our director, Professor Xiaohong Zhong. And at that time, what we did is that I focused on EMI course design and also the structure of EMI lesson delivery and also EMI course design and AI enhanced EMI lesson planning and delivery. The last part was about, I covered from text 1 to text 3, and Professor Zhou covered text 4 and text 6 and text 7. Let me explain a little bit here. So I just introduced the teacher background design so that we needed to start from the intended learning outcome and then give them some example for them to compare and contrast and to write out their own intended learning outcomes. Okay, now what I want to say is that this part is done by Dr. Zhou, and which means that she applied. You still remember there's a teacher taught us what we need to do is write out everything on part to help the student how to scaffold their languages. So here, what you want to do is to try to emphasize the importance of balanced content and language so that they can use these to help the students. Okay, so these are the parts she created, okay, with her TA. So they started to practice, and these teachers started to practice it. And I introduced some AI. We learned from and then the next thing is that what I need to do is to ask Eric some question about my lesson plan. I have a lot of questions about my lesson plan. One of them was, I think he is really smart and experienced teacher. One thing that's impressed me very much is that I would like to teach graduate students how to conduct interview. But this time, those students are actually not Chinese major, but their major is teaching Chinese as a second language. So they can understand English, they can speak English, but not all their English speaking level are high. So that really worries me. So I asked Eric, what should I do if they couldn't, talk a lot when they were interviewing me? I wanted to play a mock interview. Then he told me that when your focus is on interviewer, try them to become an interviewer, not interviewee. So you don't need to take care of that part. That really solved my problem. Also, that is also really important. So I'm going to skip other part. So this is the schedule that when I met with Eric, this is what I usually do to talk about how to organize that meeting. And then this is how I explain the backgrounds of my students to you. That is, this course is called Qualitative Research Methods, but this time is strange because none of English majors, took my course. Only PhD and MA students, in CSL, as I just said, took my courses. This one dropped it out for some family issue. So I only have 6 students. Okay, and these are my intended learning outcomes. So at the very beginning, I'm very ambitious, which means that I wanted them to know, to identify interview techniques. I also want them to formulate that interview question and then conduct a mock interview within 1.5 hours. So I realized that was not possible, which is why I just put it in third, 2/3 of it, and then simply focusing on these 2 parts, first and second. We invited these 2 experts in EMI to school, and then we have 4 expert teachers there to listen to my teaching, and this is how I talk to them to introduce my class. So the most important thing is that we only have 6 students ranging from A2 to B2. Okay, the most important thing for me is for them to learn how to formulate an interview protocol by using perspectives theory. Okay, so what we did at that time was that this is what we did that day, and the next day what they need to do is to have this mock interview. Okay, so I didn't do the mock interview there. As you can see, I used the gamma to create my slide, and this is actually really useful. This is how I start my lesson to introduce my objective. Okay, and then we started from this activity, that is, do you think that interview is conversation? And actually it took me 10 minutes, to discuss this question, and we compare and contrast feature of interview and conversation, and you're smart enough or intelligent enough to guide me to these three different kinds of features or important points, okay, that differentiate it from position. Okay. But at this time,
Hello, my name is Allison Jones. I understand that you've taken
when I did this,
training
I simply jumped from this one to the next activity that is asked them to think about some of the questions. One of the expert teachers told me that if it were he would ask students to think about when and why we should use semi-structured, unstructured, or structured interviews, rather than simply talk about these three types of interviews. So I need to strengthen this part. After that introduction of three types of interview, I asked students, I used some former example, very excellent example, to explain these technical terms called topic domain, field question, follow-up question, and covert category. And this one, as you can see, covert is implicit, so that is the most difficult one. So I focus on the first three parts. And what I did was to explain the key terms, and after that, I told them the research question, and gave them topic domain, and also lead-up questions and follow-up questions. They also have a sheet of interview protocol guidelines at their hand. The most important thing is for them to guess why I cover these phrases in different kind of colors, and they need to tell me why. I want to use the example to guide them to understand what lead-up question and what follow-up question means. That was my intention. But for this part, the expert teachers think that they couldn't understand why I want to use this example, because I didn't provide any detailed contextual information to students. So that confused student also confused the expert teacher. What they suggested me is that I could use students' example and then demonstrate how to do that. And I think that is a really brilliant suggestion I will do the next time. Okay, this is the second example, and then I move on to the third part, that is effective interview techniques. So I told them how to elicit rich data by using gamma. So I asked them to, we have A, B, C, D, so they can kind of match these A, B, C, D with these three terms, so that I can understand if they get it. Okay? But here it's so difficult because I didn't have enough time to streamline these important points. So there are some of the terms overlapping, so that might confuse the students. And I also gave them my handout to them. So that means that these students actually have a lot of information, but it's really difficult for them to understand why they have so many different types of questions. So they even ask me, should I ask all the questions like example question or tour questions? Should I ask all of them? So one of the expert teachers told me that probably what I can do is to use one topic only to show all of the questions as an example to illustrate how to do that. Okay, I didn't have time to cover all of these, so this is a very quick clip to show you the whole process.
还是大的电话像是这样子。
most important thing that I haven't taught about is setting high expectation of our students. Even though they complain or worry about their English, actually they could overcome those difficulties if they feel interested and motivated. That is my main reflection on it. And these are all what I've learned from this PD program. And because I don't have enough time to go through it, so I will just leave it here. Okay? Thank you so much for your listening.
Thank you so much for informative sharing and the best and qualitative research method. And next one, we will welcome Dr. Li Kesan. Thank you.
Actually, last week, I thought about I probably shouldn't teach EMI. You know, why? Because I got a comment, or I think just observation, and it is quite objective. And she said something like this, like, I never thought about there's a huge gap between university students' English proficiency and my students. My student is Tech University students, right? There's a huge gap. So, no wonder. Okay, your students, most of your students think, English ability is quite low. Okay, that's why I use, probably more than anyone here, more Chinese in my class, because I want to make sure they really understand what I'm talking about. And before somebody come to my class to do the observation, just 2 students came in to ask me to sign because they want to drop out from the course. Because they say, well, English, there's too much English. So they want to drop out from the course. So I signed my name. Then, like 2 hours later, I got this comment. So should I just stop doing that? Because my students are not good enough, so they don't deserve to have my course. Well, I'm thinking about that. But this week there's one student come to my office. He asked me to do the recommendation later. Okay. He took my course last semester, EMI course. And he said that he was going to transfer to another university. Okay, that's good. I said, why me? Because your profession is nursing. I am teaching life education. I am in general education center. I have nothing to do with your department. You are going to transfer to another university. I have nothing to do with nursing. And he said something like this, because this course changed me a lot. And he said something, he said, one year ago, he got like 500 something from TOEIC. But this summer, he got more than 800. Wow, it's a lot. And he said something like, in my course, he learned English and he got motivated to study hard to get better grade in TOEIC. And one student, she took my course like 2 years ago, and she came to my office and she decided to do a research about EMI course, and she decided to do my course and ask for my help. So I was kind of motivated and I was encouraged, right? Well, if I did make some difference in my students, so probably I should go on. Okay, I should go on probably. So I decided to share my course with you. And the course they came to do observation at that time, I think is choice and responsibility. And life is always about making choices. That's the whole point. The PPT the students saw in the class. So I'm going to share with you. Okay, the next one. Okay, first, that you're going to enjoy. This one is on YouTube, and they have to watch this one first. Listen to the music, there's a short film, and there was many sentences. And they have to write down 1, 2, 3 favorite illustrations or sentences on paper from this one. And then share my favorite sentences. What is this one? Well, choice and plus action equals responsibility. Then we have to ponder first, then make a choice. That's why they choose one sentence as their objective. They are going to work on it. And then take responsibility. I try to explain. Then take actions. What kind of actions you are going to take? Next. Okay. Then I'm going to show. Actually, last week we already examined the value clarification card. 我们说这个是生涯卡。See, there are so many rules over here. You have to choose one. Then which route are you going to choose? Next. Okay, let's come to this part. How should I say? The teacher or they come to observe my classroom. They said, well, you should use like Chinese and English. I will explain that later. Then we see this one. That's the physical concerns, the first aspect of the cards. Physical concerns. Okay, take a look. Actually, we did this last week before the observation. So they can think about it. They have to ponder which item you value most. Then the second part. The second part is inner self. See, if we do English part, we'll stay here forever. We'll never move forward. Okay? Then the next one is interpersonal relationships. So they have to choose from all of this. Just one item from this part. Okay, the fourth one. Okay, material science. Okay, which one? And which one is the most significant for you? Choose one item. Okay, the last part. Lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle you will enjoy? Okay, choose one. They have to think and choose one. Actually, they have to finish this before last week, before the observation. Okay, we go to here. They are making choice. Okay, write down 3 items or sentences that you value from this one or from the career cards or this one. And they have to write. They have to write all those sentences or items on a spread paper. I give them spread paper. And after that, share with team members to explore the reasons. Then, for each part, identify just one item or one goal which is most crucial to you for the following 10 years. Then they get this one. They get this one, and for the 10 years, I said, well, you might make a decision right now, but not forever. You know, it's so difficult for students to think, oh, that's for life. I have to make a decision right now? Probably not. So I said, well, make a decision for the following 10 years. Please. Okay. Then think about which one. Write down the item here. Okay. On the left column, you have to write down the item. Then you have to think about how you are going to achieve it. So that's the to-do list. That's the to-do list. Okay. Your career plan for the following 10 years. See here. Choose the goal and the actions I share become grandchildren, right? Because my son was not married, so I am waiting for grandchildren to come. But, well, still nothing. But I have to keep myself healthy. Then when I have grandchildren, I can take care of them. How am I going to do it? That's the to-do list. I have to 3 steps, or I mean 3. I have to complete 3 things that I can keep myself healthy. So I give my example to let everybody know how to do this one. So I said, well, I'm going to diet control, no sweets, no snack. Okay? I'm going to exercise. I'm going to exercise to go to the gym. No, I'm 60 years old. It is not practical. I'm going to climb stairs, stretch, squat, and instead of elevators. Okay? And the sleep. See here, that's my sleeping time. So don't call me during this time. And I'm going to be an early bird. So that's the 1, 2, 3. That's the 3 things I'm going to achieve to keep myself happy. So how am I going to do it? Please complete this sheet. So that's the assignment for that day. Okay? And after that, when I get this back, I think I got training from, okay, actually, thank you for this program. And I found out if I use this kind of techniques, I can keep up with my schedule. I teach life education in Chinese. And the other course is EMI. Before, always Chinese version can keep up with the schedule. The EMI version, no. But this semester, well, they're almost at the same speed. So I'm really happy with that. And I'm really happy to have the journey with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for Dr. Lee's really practical and inspired teaching. And next one, we move to Dr. Lai Yun教授.
So after hear all your presentation, I think I totally forgot what I could say. So wonderful, yeah. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Okay, so my focus will be just what I learned, okay, and the real practice in my own class this semester. Okay, so this is the key. Okay. So what I learned, so we have actually shared this a lot already, but just overview 60 days of our graduation. So just overview, yeah, we have the inclusive and the equity have to be fit in the class too. So previously we really never think about this issue before, but after this time, not only the race or not only foreigner, Taiwanese or whatever, female males, and also the language proficiency differential status, all should be included in my design plan, teaching plan. So if I know my student better, I may deliver better materials and lesson to them. And then the English proficiency also improve a lot during this journey. So for myself, we learned writing and reading, those things that I also never touched before. So I think my English almost still, well, not good enough, but we improve a little bit. And especially we know how to find the materials to improve ourselves. Yeah, that's because when we become a teacher, we possibly stop learning from those basic techniques that improve our teaching. So that's a very good part that I feel I
most. And then how to make the student more engaged in the class. It's also a very good, so I think that's a totally new for me too. So previously I know how to use the whiteboard. Yeah, that's the only skill I have. But after this, we know a lot of AI tools. We know some motivated movement or activities. Yeah. So we learn a lot of activities here. That's the most impressive part. And especially, I also learned a lot from Dr. Cheng. He's really a good demonstration for me because I look at the class from him and inspired me a lot. Really better than I learned from the UT, those other classes. Yes. So we cut this off. I think we need to cut this off. Okay. Okay. And then, yeah, the last is the AI tools. So thank you for Sarah. She showed us. So although we know some already, but we never see a lot of those organized AI tools there for each different ability and different format that we can use in and incorporate that into our class. Yes. So for the course I have this year, this semester, I choose one course. The title is a comprehensive biotech practice. So it's a practice experimental class. So the good part of this class is we don't have too many theory. So actually it's a practical, it's a procedure major course here. So it's easier to apply the EMI, all the technique, all the strategies for EMI we can easily use in this class. So I picked one for just first trying, and maybe I will have more challenge next semester, because next semester will be a theoretical course for me. And I will, so that's why we think I learned from here and I can apply more strategy for the next, maybe more difficult course here. So this course, the students is not many, it's only 10, and they are all Chinese for this semester. And they are all master degree students with different English proficiency. Most of them maybe just A2 to B1, but the few of them, at least one of my students may reach to C1 because he was born in America. Yeah. And for the specific subject language skills, because they are already the master degree students, so they have some. And for the specific terms, they know it, they understand it. So that's facilitate the EMI teaching here. That's the undergraduate students, this maybe need to rebuild it. We will more focus on the subject-specific language. Okay, yes. Okay, so in my class, actually I include all three classes. This is only a 1 hour demonstration course. So I include the knowledge parts, like backgrounds and the materials introduction only. And as I mentioned, it's a procedure-based class. So we more focus on the skill-based objectives. So I will show them how to do it, use the whole protocol. So you need to learn the protocol in English. So that's the major part for this class. And of course, we have the how to analyze the experimental outcome. So those are all technique parts of the class. But finally, I think the base is the attitude-based objective. Because even we are doing experiment, we need to know the correct design, like the controls. We need to know the controls. That's outside of the whole materials. As a student, as a designer, as an experiment scientist, how to choose your control, how to design your experiments well, and also demonstrate those different reagents, how to handle them. So these are all so-called attitude parts of the objectives. Okay, yes, thank you. So in that 1 hour class, of course, we start from the warm-up activities. So I apply the warm-up activities using quizzes to recall them about last week's class. And so let's from the material they already know to then they open-minded and accept the English class again. And then for the introduce my the today's topics, I use another group discussion way to let them discuss about today's topic, how they already know or how they image about the today's techniques, if they learn or they heard about anything about this, to then start to accept the new material for like these lessons. And then the main course, of course, as we introduced the objectives I just mentioned, like knowledge one, protocol one, writer one. By the way, I start from a movie, just a very simple movie that they should. The English speaking is very clear one, so they can easily learn from that video. And then we show the procedure. And by Eric's, so you want to look from Eric. Eric told me that during those procedure, maybe I can have a very more fun design that I let the students, I let my teaching assistants perform the experiments to show the student. And after all, they can intentionally make some mistake and let the student pick up. So that's very useful for the student to, the first one, they have to pay more attention to what they are looking for. And then second, they think about what's the very important step for their performance. Okay, so that's all the procedure we have. So we can now just show you guys a few clips of my demo. The first one is so this one is the first one with some introduction. That's really quick. So sorry, the recording is not perfect, so the sound is not clear. But here, just I mentioned about the topic that I'm going to teach, and they have there's a robotics activity I have, so they just have a quizzes to play, and then Google Sheets, okay. And then the second, so the second one is the main course. I will play, I think you should play. Okay, so I think that after the group discussion, share their conclusions for everyone. And then so we pick out like each group have to have a representative to present. Okay? So like here, so the student will have to present their final discussion to everyone. So push them to speak here. And the third one is the video that I mentioned. Okay, so this is a very pretty short video that you can see the whole content and whole concept of my class. Okay, the class that day is introduction for the immunostudy. So they can see the fluorescence immunostudy, the outcome for that. And this is the final part is the one that I follow Eric's suggestion that make my teaching assistant explain how to perform the experiments and also make some mistakes that the student pick up. So this is very, the activity here is every student will involved and join the parts here. Thank you. Okay. So we can come back to my final few presentation. Yeah. So this is the after we haven't yet have the final formal assessment because that's the overall presentation. So that will be the end of the semester. So I haven't yet got that, but I already have a survey to collect some feedback from the student about that day's course. And most of them give me quite a good feedback that they satisfied with this kind of course design. Okay, maybe this. And then most important part is the reflections. So I really, I still not enough. So although we read them that much, but for really apply to the real course, we try our best, but I still have something that maybe we need to pay more time and more designable. Anyway, I just feel I still need to learn from the students. Yeah, I'm really made an effort to that. So for demo teaching, those we have to emphasize some active knowledge construction through those example and itineraries. Just the example maybe need to be more so that they can understand more instead of just listen. I think that's a really thing that I can improve in my future class. And also the strategy for activate the students. See, I already asked them to present group by group, but each group only will, they will only push one person to present. Others will just still stay there. So how to make everyone have a chance to present their idea or contribute? Maybe some tools, use AI tools, maybe help make some anonymous online tools that could maybe also the whiteboard maybe can encourage them to present themselves more. Okay, and also the opportunity for deep reflection from the formative assessment, including the oral presentations of the writing. So I have assignment for the writing reflection to me too. So they will be due on this week. Yeah. So I will receive that soon. And finally, the creating the inclusive and the supportive classroom environment is the major. I think that we should work on further. So that's the part that we. For 10 students already difficult. How about the 40 students? Can we include all of them? So accept all of the diversity and then design a course suitable for everyone. I think that's still a very big challenge. So we find out the challenge is still in EMI teachers. For this semester, I'm going to have a whole lecture. How can I include those activities in those technical material of the lesson? And the different level of English proficiency is still, when I'm talking in this speed, one student may follow well, other student may totally get lost. How can I coordinate this kind of situation and how to provide help for those students? And also the cultural response, the cultural diversity also maybe will be, because we're going to have more foreigner students. So that's a question that we're going to face soon. So those are the challenges that still remaining, and I think we still need to work on more. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's more, and I'm going to thank you all, thank Asi and I, and thank Cheng, thank all my classmates here to give us the most great support. Yeah, so that's why we keep going, okay? Keep going, yeah. Don't give up, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Which goes in the teaching and also in the student feedback. Now we welcome the last presenter, Dr. Liu Huadong, please.
Thank you everyone. My name is Wang. Yes. We are very happy and last to report this. And maybe during time I retire, but because I joined this conference, I'm very happy. Okay. Before this time is my third time teach this in my course, and I have no more. I don't know. And have joined this test university training. It taught me more, or maybe sometimes speaking. Many training principle, and then I teach how to teach students an education way. I don't know, because this time I receive this knowledge, I will enhance my teaching quality. Okay. In this time, I teach students in my course. This course is electrical circuit equipment. This time I have two parts. First part is I did teach students the electrical circuit theory, maybe 2 hours. Another 2 hours, I did teach students hands-on work. First part, students can understand all this theory and to calculate it. And second part, students need hands-on work and need to use the laboratory device that the dynamometer, signal generator, scope, and power supply, and more. Yes, teach them. Then use this way. Then I hope in future we can become a good electrical engineer like this. Okay. In this course, I feel it's very difficult. Why? In my course, the background, the total 29 students, 1 girl, other all are boys. And then student, most student is Taiwan, one is from the Indonesia, another is from the Myanmar. And then this course, student background too wide. Maybe most student is vehicle engineer, engineering. Another few part is the electrical engineering. Last part student is senior high school student. We never listening, never touch this circuit. So I don't know how to teach them. Yes. I consider more and I need a very friendly teach them. Because back student, we never touch AC circuit. Okay. Senior high school student never touch DC and AC circuit. Or maybe electrical student, AC/DC, they all know this. Okay, thank you. And I first this course, I have a activity. It's ice break to them, everyone. And I see everyone maybe that English quality is A between the A and the B, like this. Few students C, so I know I cannot speak too fast to them. I ever ask Erica and Mark. Then I said, sometimes I teach them. He told me English story, but I have a brain issue. I asked Erica. Erica told me sometimes it's not your English fast or slow. No, because student theory is very difficult, you not understand. And 3 times in paperwork, I teach students learn how to calculate the label, turn the label and more to teach them. But next step, students change to the hand arm. Cannot change. They do not understand. So he told me step teach them, and then into the last hand arm work like this.